As we head on over to First Alert meteorologist Jeff Ray. Jeff, I know you've been tracking the heat. We've talked about how, out west the conditions are so incredibly tough for those firefighters. And here we're just dealing with heat and humidity.
Yeah, at least we don't have drought. I mean, they have drought and heat out there and very strong winds as well, but we're not fighting any of that. But I do need everyone to exercise precaution with all the fireworks going on. We're still tender dry out there, believe it or not, because I know we had a wet spring. It's been very dry the last 3 weeks, and we get a lot of fire starts every year with fireworks. Be careful out there, and be careful because of the heat. That heat advisory, this is day 12 now. It continues here till 8 p.m. and then wave goodbye to the heat, by the way. If you're out for the fireworks shows, it's going to be really humid out there. I mean, temperatures are in the 90s. Feel like temperatures will be in the triple digits, even in the evening hours. So exercise precaution, even when you get deeper into the evening. Let's talk about the change that's on the way. We've been talking about this. Scott Padgett brought you up on this in the morning as well. The timing of the thunderstorms are looking a little bit better for evening shows. You can see, thunderstorms entering the picture around 10 north of the Metroplex. But if you live along the Red River counties, these thunderstorms that we expect tonight could get in the way of the fireworks shows because they are coming in somewhere between that 9-10 o'clock hour. They'll linger overnight as they weaken and then fire back up in the morning. And as we've been talking about, where does this front stall is the story for your Friday forecast. Right now, it looks like the better rain chances in the afternoon will be south of I-20 and the Metroplex, but we'll still have some thunderstorms around from the daytime heating. There's just not a lot, there's no cap, and there's not a lot of steering wind, so these thunderstorms just bubble up, and lucky few get a pretty good rain tomorrow. But, well, the heat goes away after just a run of it since the summer solstice. We're talking about, we're in the hundreds today, but tomorrow, look at the hundreds just shrink down into South Texas. That's where we'll be in the low 90s. The last 28 days at DFW, we've had 1/10 of an inch of rain, and suddenly we're talking about rain chances across the board. Some of this has to do with Beryl as it comes on shore in the Yucatan, really in the overnight hours. Some of the forecast models have this storm maybe as a hurricane category 1 by the time we get to the end of the day on Sunday night, or in the overnight hours heading into Monday. So we'll have to watch that. That is the heaviest, the strongest winds and the highest waves, by the way. That line is the path. It's the right quadrant, the right front quadrant that's going to go into Cozumel and Cancun, and those are just tremendous waves for the Yucatan. But what it does for us, this is unusual in early July to get a hurricane like this. This is all the moisture it puts up in the atmosphere. Look where it just sits for days next week over us. And it shows up in the 7-day forecast. Look at the temperatures even in the 80s for highs, but the rain chances really good. And they go from Monday all the way to the end of the week next week.
And we need them.